This is the Bristol Flyers podcast.
Hello, welcome back to the Bristol Flyers podcast. I'm Joel Osborne. I'm joined by my best basketball bud, Sam Hardy. Sam, you're looking a bit short over there, mate.
Yep, my chair just went down and I'm loving it.
Thanks for listening to us on all major podcast providers and YouTube, wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening from. We appreciate your support. Sam, how's your week been?
Yeah, my week's been pleasant, thank you, Jolie. I'm trying to think what I've done this week. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Going to a lovely little acoustic set by Biffy Clyro with my wife and Steve Devereaux tomorrow night.
Ooh.
That'll be fun in Bristol.
That sounds good.
Do you know Biffy Clyro?
Yep.
You heard of him? Yeah, should
very
be
familiar
fun.
with Biffy.
Biffy, that'll be fun. What else is going on? I don't really know. How about you? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just getting over a cold, mate, to be honest with you. I've been rough the last week, but I'm on the mend now, so we're all good to go. Big week over the last few weeks. Couple games to catch up on, which we'll talk about on this week's show. Also, on this week's show, we've got a brand new studio guest, and that is none other than our new club captain, Owen McCormack.
Owen. I don't actually like Owen that much, but that's absolutely fine, I'm sure.
Yeah. you just put up with him, right?
Yeah, he is sat right there listening to this. So
Yeah, so he's just listening to our intro.
he's crying.
We should probably just jump straight into the podcast episode because it's a great chat we talked to OMAC about. There's lots of things that go on. And yeah, we should probably just go straight into it. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here's this week's chat with new club captain, Owen McCormack.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers podcast.
Welcome back to the Bristol Flyers podcast, and joining us right now in the studio is none other than our brand new club captain. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Owen McCormack. Owen, welcome back to the podcast. How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. Cannot complain.
We appreciate you coming down as always. Second time proper in the studio, I think it is. We've had you on the golf podcast before in the past as well.
Yeah, well, I've actually been here 3 times. I was on Bristol City's channel.
Oh, yeah.
Dan got me in. Dan.
You did, yeah, Dan, right? You got us on, got Dan on, got Owen on Robin's TV, right?
Yeah, we did last season. In fact, we should probably revisit that because I believe the Flyers family is gaining more Bristol City fans. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, we got 9 new guys, and we have 9 new guys that want to come every weekend.
There we go.
Is that genuine?
Yeah, no, actually. Well, we went and only brought a few guys the first time because of tickets, and they all were like, hey, next time, let me know. And then everyone came the next time, and it was like, please let me know.
Are they? Is it because it's like a different atmosphere to soccer back home?
Yeah, for sure. But I was telling them it's like sporting event-wise, too. It's so good.
Because the nearest thing you get probably to that at home, I don't really know if you get anything close to it because the way that you get this chance going in game, you get it a bit in American football, right? But not the same as like your soccer or Bristol City football over here.
Yeah, no, it's gaining traction, and where it's good, but overall it's not. But college sports, you'll get that.
Yeah. You see like that tailgating and stuff like that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Bristol City are playing really well this year. They've had a couple of bad ones, but they have been playing well. So
Yeah, I believe we're going up. So
Said that last year, didn't they?
yeah,
Well, you made the year though. Made the playoffs.
Yeah. But we're gonna get top 2.
Top 2. Oh, that's a bold statement.
We need to get the Austrian coach down now, don't we?
He's Struber, yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. He played in America, didn't he? He was a coach in America.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he was.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was for the Red Bull group or something. Is that right, Dan?
You are quite right. Yep, New York Red Bulls. Gerhard was a coach there.
Yeah, the Red Balls.
Red Balls. Yep.
Owen, Bristol Flyers captain. How does that sound this season?
That feels really good. I mean, it's a pleasure to get it done, and I don't know, just this group of guys too is like really easy to do it with. So we got 10 guys that are just ready to go every night.
When did you know, or how did you get told you were going to be club captain?
Yeah, no, it was actually kind of centered around Raph, and there was he obviously got the role of head community for Bristol Flyers, so that's awesome for him, and I think that was kind of what it was aiming on. Either way, I was going to be involved in some leadership capacity, but then obviously he had to take that full time, and I stepped in.
Did you ever think last year, like when you first joined us, coming out of college, first pro contract, do you think that a year on from then that you'd be sat here right now as Bristol Flyers club captain, having had your first year under your belt, and only your second year as a pro as well?
Yeah, the easiest way to say that is no. But I mean, it's an honor to serve the program that's been around for so long, and step into that role again. It's just it's an honor.
Before we dive into this the chat a bit further, we do have to mention obviously your injury that you've missed the last couple of games, ankle injury, right?
Yeah, it was my right one, then it was my left one, and then I've been sitting out. But I just got back this week, so looking forward to playing in the homeland.
Oh, homeland. I was going to say, we'll get onto that later on. We've got Caledonia on Friday. The homeland for McCormack.
Can you do an accent or not?
Yeah, no, but P always brings up, there's a video of like Patrick Whelan, there's a fan saying, it's like, don't let Patrick Whelan shoot the ball.
I know exactly what it is. No, it's from the documentary they did. Do you remember? No, it's from the documentary they did, The Ball or Nothing on BBC. Do you remember? And it's Gareth Murray in the dressing room. He's like, don't let Patrick Whelan shoot that. And he says an F word in there as well. Ball, yeah.
But it wasn't as high pitched as you did it.
No,
Well,
it wasn't, but-
so I didn't know it was Gareth Murray. Obviously, he probably doesn't sound like an elderly woman, but it's kind of funnier when you do it like that, though. So.
Do it again.
Don't let Patrick Whelan shoot the ball.
I like it. It's really
Is he
good
still
Scottish
playing up
accent.
there?
No.
Where's he now? Is he gone?
He's gone overseas again now.
Oh,
mate.
I would have clipped that up and had that on the soundboard for when he came.
Well, that would have been great. Yeah. Just so back this weekend, which is great to see, because we missed you out there. A couple of big games since our last podcast episode. How does it feel to be entering your second season with us as a whole? Because I imagine it feels a bit more comfortable now. You sort of know what to expect. You know what's coming. You know, things like that. I imagine you feel a bit more at home here in Bristol now.
Right. I think on the court, I kind of felt my stride, towards the end of the year and started playing much better. Obviously on the court, that felt good, and I feel it even this start of the season too. But then off the court, I mean, community and players and everyone involved with the Flyers is why I came back. I mean, it's just I feel very comfortable here. Everyone takes care of us. We're spoiled, so yeah.
Did you get much chance to spend time in Bristol over the summer? Because obviously I know lots of players like to go home and they like to do their thing back home. But Bristol in the summer is fantastic, and the weather was actually really good this year as well.
Unreal.
So a lot of players, they just go straight away. So all they know of Bristol when they come over is rain and it's basketball season. But actually, when it's off season, it's really nice. But
yeah, I didn't get to stay. I actually was in a rush to get home. Anyway, but it was fun. It was a good summer for me. But also, I've been telling the guys, I've been warning them. The guys haven't been in England. I'm like, hey, you're going to forget the last time you saw the sun. And then all of a sudden it's going to come back. And they're like, what are you talking about? It's been great weather. And I was like, yeah, you guys are getting spoiled right now. And then I looked at Joe and I was like, you see this right now? The next 3 months, guaranteed. So.
Yeah, but that's fine. We take, as in what, the sun you mean, or the rain?
Yeah, no, sun. Rain's okay, but the cloudy feeling every day, I mean, it's just kind of
And we have short days as well through the winter, which is sad times, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's fine. Do you know what? You guys keep winning, and we'll keep happy. Don't worry.
That will make a difference.
that's it. Did you get a chance to do much golf over the summer? Because obviously last time I had you on the podcast, we got you on the golf course with Evan Walsh. You play a lot of golf?
Yeah, I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to this summer, but I went and played TPC Sawgrass.
Oh,
Yeah, phenomenal course.
Sam over here is looking rather jealous right now.
I don't want to talk to you about that. Did you play badly? Please tell me you play badly.
Oh, I played horrendous.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah, but I made some good putts here and there, but the tee box, it was either a small shoot or you're landing it in the tiniest little fairway, and obviously I can't do that consistently. But I will say, before you go on, me and Sam played in the spring, first time, got it done, beat them. Hadn't even swung a club in months, so it was kind of embarrassing.
What happened the second time?
Yeah, so the second time we just went out there and had some fun.
Well, I certainly did.
Everyone had fun.
Did you bring your clubs with you this time? Because last year you
No.
didn't bring them with you, did you?
But I am getting them I know the schedule now, so the winter's already done for. So if I just ship them out in the spring, and then that's when I can, play again.
You can always use mine when you want to, if you feel the need at any point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean those clubs, though. It's something with equipment,
Dude, you got quite.
Just kidding. Sam has great clubs.
I have lovely clubs. I don't know what you're on
Yeah,
about.
no. He has nice clubs. I beat him with his clubs, actually.
Beat him with his own clubs.
Yeah, he hit me around the head.
We've got a lot of players on the team this year. Obviously, Joe plays as well.
Yeah.
So has he managed to get out much at all just yet?
No,
or?
he hasn't. We actually went to the range the other day through the Bristol, and we thought that there was going to be someone there so we could rent some clubs. Ended up not. But Milos is trying to play.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Milos.
Oh, he's lefty.
He is lefty. That was another issue, is that we were like, even if we had clubs, you wouldn't be able to hit. But we're trying to get that figured
Maybe
out.
just learns to like hit golf clubs right-handed and then just everything else is left hand, right?
P's got some as well.
P's got some. Yeah, P ditched us that day. That's actually why we were in that predicament.
His clubs actually, my dad gave him those clubs.
Wow.
Believe it or not, because he was working with us a little bit over the summer, and there was a few golf days, and we were like, "We need to get you playing." So my dad had an old set. He's got a bad back; he can't play anymore. So he just left from the garage. So there we go, man.
Let's get back on track with talking about Flyers basketball, shall we?
Right.
We mentioned the big headline over the summer was, of course, yourself. Just before the season tipped off, yourself was named club captain. You've spoken briefly about how that kind of came about, but talked about some of those conversations that you had with Coach Kapoulas as he was asking you to be club captain. What does he want from you as a club captain, for example?
Yeah, no, it's really just a title for me. I think that naturally I do the things that he wanted me to do. So it was more of a message of like, continue to be yourself, and then maybe add a few more. You will be the main voice of leadership. But we have guys that talk every day. Like Joe's a big talker. Cam, Zach. Everyone chips in. I mean, we could go down the line and say everyone talks at one point. So that's really encouraging. Again, it's not hard. Like, yeah, I have the title as captain, but we all like kind of lead each other and chip in. So
I love that. I was going to ask if you're like a lead by example kind of player, or if you're the one that is often leading those team talks at practice or in the locker room. But it sounds like everyone is chipping in on all fronts.
Yeah, no. I'm definitely a lead by example guy, but some people will tell me I don't shut up either. So I do like to talk. I yell a bunch, but it's all from a good place. I want to win. So
talk to us about that moment then. So like you get told by coach that you're going to be club captain. It must be very special for you because that's a very big. I mean, coach obviously has been there for 20 years, had a number of captains over the 20-year spell. That's a big thing as a player to be named club captain, to be trusted with coach's vision on the court. Yeah. Talk us through that moment when you first found out and sort of talk to us about how much that means to you personally.
Right. No, it was a big moment for me. I remember calling my parents and talking to them right after. It's exciting, second year. I've been in these roles before, so it wasn't like a first-time thing for me, but like the feeling of like second-year pro. There's guys on the team that have played much longer than me, and coaches entrusted me in like leading the guys. So definitely an honor to do so with a team that's been around for a while too. So
I know you've been working with Coach Kapoulas over the last year. Just has your relationship changed much now that you are club captain? Are you having more of those conversations sort of in practice and pre-game? Sort of tell us a bit about the insight into perhaps some of those conversations you're having, what you're talking about. It's really interesting for us to kind of know those kind of things.
Yeah, I think last year towards the middle of the year, I think Coach entrusted me with some of those conversations, and it was someone other than Leslie and Raph who, was in that role last year that he could kind of bounce ideas off too. So I think that started, midway last year, and then that's kind of continued into the summer. I mean, I remember him calling me about Cam. I was in the airport, and I was like, oh, yeah, you need to get on that. Kim's a great player, and he can impact the game in several different ways. But it was like that throughout the summer. It was, Joe, obviously, I was dropping seeds in all back half of the year. I was like, I got a good buddy, and, he happens to be really good at basketball. You may want to have him. And, just kind of happened. And then, I played against Brody. Me and Joe played against Brody in college. So then he called me about Brody and was like, I saw you played him. Like, what do you think? And I was like, oh, yeah, like, that's another one. So it was just kind of like that. He just kind of brought ideas. Obviously, he did a lot, He sent me, when he used to sign some guys over the summer, he just sent me some clips. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Mm.
Did you say, oh, no, to anyone? Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think so. Okay. Because, I would like to think that I was making decisions, but I definitely wasn't. Coach is pretty much just like, I'm signing this guy. How do you feel about him? I was like, yeah.
I love that. Imagine if you're like, yeah, I don't like this guy. Well, we just signed him anyway. So.
Yeah, it's like, no, I don't like him.
You're wrong.
Well, he's your teammate.
So what are you hoping to bring as Flyers captain? Then obviously you've got half GM hat on with helping sign players and stuff like that. But what are your goals that you want to bring to the Flyers? Are you more of a culture guy? Are you focusing on the culture around the team? Are you more bringing the team together? Like what's the main priorities as captain?
I think the main priority this year for me is I'm one of the only two returners. Like me and P are the only guys, so we know what Coach wants and what he demands, and then obviously we've been around with offense and defense and what he asked about that. So I think, Cam's another guy that's like kind of seen it from the outside. So he kind of sees what Coach gets out of us. So I think that's like the main focus right now. Onboarding guys. I think, it's still early in the year. It's hard to think that because it's really felt like we've gelled really well. But I think continue doing that. And then obviously like the culture thing's not that big of a deal right now. I mean, we have 10 like really good guys that care about winning. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess like keeping guys grounded, keeping guys focused on consistency probably is the one of the main priorities, right? Because we saw last year how we'd have a great game and then suddenly the next game, the consistency of the team was up and down throughout the season. But obviously with the great start we've had so far this season, I guess the priority for you guys as leaders on the team is to make sure that no one gets too high and make sure no one gets too low, that we can just keep building that consistency as the season rolls on, right?
Yeah, no, that's so important. I think we have a high ceiling too. I think different guys stepping up every night is so important, and we're going to have to keep that up. It's not going to look the same every night, but we have to just keep on going up and up and up and taking a step every day. That's been the biggest message lately.
We had Cam Holden on the podcast on our last episode, and he said, we asked him, like, who were the biggest characters on the team this year? Who's the funniest guys in the locker room? And he said yourself. And obviously, as club captain, you must have to balance that, on one side being the guy that players can approach and be like, have jokes with the guys in the locker room. But on the other side of it, you're having to speak to Coach Kapoulas and relay some of his messages through to the team. So how are you trying to find that balance?
Yeah, no, I think off the court, obviously I have like a big personality and I, have fun. That's really what it is. But I think that my lead by example, like, part of me, like, helps me out with that, because on the court, I'm about it, and I'm about, getting the job done. So I think that's kind of where, like, they can tell, like, I flipped the switch of, like, all right, it's time to, like, even if in practice I'll, like, say something stupid, which I could not say on air, and they'll be like, yo, but then, it's just like kind of that balance of, like, I think guys, like, kind of understand it, and I even have to ground myself sometimes, because I feel like sometimes I go a little too far, and yeah.
Well, we've seen how you shout on the sideline. Sometimes you get into it, don't you?
Yeah, no, I even like being out, like, part of the injury is like wishing you were out there, but then also like finding a way to impact, like, through, your voice. That's the only thing you got. So I think also I would have done that without being a captain. I feel like I did it last year. So, that's big, and yeah, I try to do it as much as I can.
And it's kind of like showing through on the court as well. I mean, before you went down with that injury, a couple of big games, big performances you had as club captain. I think you had like a 15 in the preseason game away at Newcastle, for example, and I think it was the Sheffield game or perhaps the Leicester game. We had another big game. Are you feeling that in terms of your confidence out there on the court, getting more trust from Coach Kapoulas out there, and is that showing in the numbers out there right now?
Even if I wasn't captain this year, I think Coach, his message throughout the summer was like, you're going to step into a different role. Like, I liked what I saw at the end of the year. I started playing better last year. So I think just, having a big summer, putting in the work there, it just kind of is translating. So I'm really happy with it. And also the guys, we're moving the ball. We're finding each other. And I think that, we're leading to easier shots. So.
And then another one of the big off-season storylines, the recruitment of this year's squad. Lots of new faces into the team. One face in particular that you are very good friends with, and that is none other than Joe Anderson. You mentioned it earlier there. Just talk to us about the whole process of Joe joining the Flyers, because context for the listener, you guys were former college teammates at Lipscomb University and roommates together, and now he's followed you into the pros. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, no, I kept on reposting guys that I played with, and I was just, showing them love. And Coach, every single guy I put up there, he was like, oh, that guy looks intriguing. I'm going to have to talk to you about that. And I was just like, So then,
intriguing.
Yeah, I was like, you're intrigued. So then, from then on out, I kind of at first it was like I was kind of posting for, like, loving them, and then I'm still doing it for that, but then I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep on, like, putting these seeds out there and see if any of them bite. And then it got to the point to the end of the year, Joe, they ended up going to the dance, and he had a really good tournament, and, he had a really good year. And it got to the point where Coach was like, do you think, like, Joe would be interested? And I was like, he texted me that. I immediately called Joe, and I'm like, all right, like, do you think, like, you would actually do this? And he was like, yeah. So it just kind of like morphed into this thing. And then Coach got to know him more, because Coach vets, more than I would think other coaches do just based off numbers. So, he had a bunch of good calls with Coach, and they ended up kicking it off.
Wow.
So you're the agent. You should get a finder's fee.
No, I've been calling myself Le GM, like LeBron.
Le GM.
Yeah, making moves. No, it was honestly, obviously, I sent the referral, but Coach obviously liked what he saw. So
I like what I see. That guy is crazy.
yeah,
He
is.
He's had a few great games, but in that away EMBL game, that was clutch at the end there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That must be surreal, right, for you to be, having your teammate, your roommate for a year in college, and now both playing and getting paid to be playing basketball together over in the UK. That must be surreal.
No, it is nuts. And honestly, it happens multiple times a week where I'm just sitting there, we'll be eating dinner, and I'll just be like, this is nuts. It's just like last year, it's just whoa, I'm in England playing basketball. This year, it's all right, I'm in England. Wait, that's Joe in front of me. It's just those sort of things.
So did you have to give Joe a sales pitch to come and join Bristol Flyers, or was he all for it? Because I presume he was watching some of your basketball games from last season while he was still at Lipscomb.
Yeah, no, he tuned into a few games, but the pitch is right here. It's just you don't have to go any farther than this.
Right here.
Right here. Wait. Come on, Dan. Come on.
There's the sales pitch.
No, obviously, we're really good friends. He will be in my wedding. That's how close we are. I was there for a year, and we got really close. One of my best friends. So obviously, the chance to play with each other may not ever come up again. And so it's one of those once in a lifetime things.
So what is it about Joe then you feel that makes him such a great fit for the Bristol Flyers like we're seeing right now?
He's a selfless guy. I think he's always looking to get people going. He obviously has a ton of ability himself. He can create in several different ways, either scoring or passing. So I think opening the game up, finding people. He's it's kind of the identity of the entire team though. We're talking about Joe, but it is seriously 1 through 10. We're always I almost feel sometimes we overpass. Big Brody. Sometimes it's just he's dunking on people, then other times it's whoa, you just threw a behind the back pass. It's just it's just those sort of things. But it's with everyone. Everyone's selfless. Everyone wants to win. Yeah.
Well, I think Joe, what I love about him is, let's be honest, he's not the tallest fella on the team or in the league, let's be honest. But he has multiple ways of scoring and finding people, and he is rapid, isn't he? And he just splits D, splits off the screen. He's unbelievable, isn't he?
Yeah, no. And I got to see it firsthand because I obviously played with him in college. And, he's transferring the same way in pro ball. So it's fun to see, fun to play with again, for sure.
So take us back to those Lipscomb days then. So what was he like as a teammate? What was he like as a roommate in particular? Any funny stories you can tell us on the pod right now?
Yeah, no, I can't say something. He's going to appreciate this. So, obviously we kicked it off pretty well, pretty quick. And honestly, at Lipscomb, it was kind of the same thing. 1 through 10 or 1 through 17, we had 17 guys on the team. Awesome guys. But Joe and I shared an apartment. And early on, he would only eat, I swear, he would only eat chicken tenders and pizza. Seriously. That's what he was making. Obviously, he would go to the cafe and stuff. But when he was cooking at home for a snack or something, chicken tenders or pizza. So one day, I sit on the couch because I had a job at the time. It was through our MBA program. I sit on the couch working remote. I put my hand down on the couch. I'm oh, gosh. I'm not kidding. I lift my hand up. There's a bunch of chicken tender crumbs. I'm okay. I was that's kind of nasty. But then I'm you know what? I'm going to let it slide. And then it happened again. And then so now I'm looking for when he eats chicken tenders. The next time I see him eat chicken tenders, it's on the couch. The chicken tenders on the couch. Yes, he did the same thing with pizza. Pizza on the couch, on the couch cushion. So then when I found out that this was I thought it was a one-off. So then I'm hey, a paper towel is all I'm asking. I'm not really trying to reinvent you, but just paper towel would help. So that got fixed quickly. And then he's upgraded to a plate at the new house.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I was going to say he's got no plates, mate, because he's been doing all those dishes on the court. Has he had any chicken tendies or pizza so far this year?
All plated.
All plated.
All plated. Key. That's key.
I love it.
Has he ever made pizza and put the tenders on the pizza as a topping?
No. I wouldn't put it past him, but I don't think so.
Oh, I love that. Well, we can't wait to have him on the podcast. We should probably do a podcast with the two of you at some point, some sort of roommate-based show, and we get you back on further down the line. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Great chat. Let's get to our quickfire questions segment. And we had Cam on our last episode, and he set the score for this season because he's the first guest on the show this season, and he set the score of 8. Producer Dan, was it 8?
It was 8, yes.
It was 8, correct. And we're going to put you through quickfire questions now. You know the drill by now. You've got 30 seconds to answer as many questions as you possibly can. Sam, are you ready?
And this is wrong answers only?
No. This is just straight up quickfire.
Not wrong
questions.
answers. No. Did you like the wrong answers one?
Yeah, that one was good.
No, we're doing legitimate.
Doing legitimate. I mean, you can say what you want.
Legitimate?
No one's going to check.
Legitness.
It was legitness. Owen McCormack, you have 30 seconds on the clock for our quickfire questions. Your time starts now. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
What's your favourite Bristol restaurant?
Pepinero.
What's your pre-game hype song?
Let's groove.
Who's most likely to be late to practice?
Sam.
Give me 3 words to describe Coach Kapoulas.
Awesome, energetic, and happy.
What's your dream holiday destination?
Canary Islands.
What's your favourite TV show to binge?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
What's your favourite moment as a Flyer so far?
Game winner from Will Yoakum.
What's your favourite arena to play in?
SGS.
Ooh, that
Start it, so we finish it.
That was really good. That was really quick.
I don't know. You can't count Sam. Oh, I think I got into the wrong answers only thing.
I do play basketball though, and I'm sometimes late, so we'll count it.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Jubbly.
Producer Dan, do we have a number of correct answers?
Well, you needed 8 to beat. And you got 9.
Oh, suck it, Cam.
You're going to go home and tell him?
Yeah, for sure. I'm about to text him on my way back.
Yeah,
before I get in the car. I don't text and drive.
Good man.
You can, yeah, there, exactly. Do not text and drive, folks.
Drinking and driving all the time.
No. Shout out MG Mike.
MG Mike.
MG Mike.
Sorry, Joel.
On that note, it's time for us to get to the news.
This is the Bristol Flyers podcast.
Right, time for us to take a look at what's been happening around the world of British basketball over the last week. And the main thing, we had 2 games since our last episode. 1 win, 1 loss. A big win away at Surrey 89ers.
Not a big win, Joel. A massive win.
It was huge. I mean, obviously, I know you didn't play in this game, but how pleasing was it for you to be watching that performance from the sidelines?
Awesome. I don't know. Yeah, no, it was good first half. I think we're still just trying to build and, don't take any plays off. And I think that game, we're starting to put some stuff together. Obviously, the second half, we, did really well. So
Yeah, it was a massive, 30-point win it was in the end. The final score, 96-66.
Which shows an offensive performance and a defensive performance, right? It's not just one or the other. It was that is unreal on both ends. 6
players in double figures, everyone on the score sheet. Cam Holden with a triple-double, by the way, in this game. And can I just say, we had Cam Holden on the podcast in our last episode. We legitimately had a conversation on that show around getting a triple-double, and do you because he had the good game in Austria, and we're like, do you feel like when it's close, or do you have someone on the bench tell you when you're close? And he was like, if I'm 3 away, don't tell me. If I'm 1 away, tell me. And in the next game, he goes and gets a triple-double.
And it was unbelievable triple-double as well.
And can I say, it wasn't just a triple-double. It was 4 steals away from a quadruple-double.
Has there ever in the history of British basketball been a quadruple-double?
You're asking the wrong person here, mate. But I want to say we actually manifested that on the podcast. I mean, it was an all-round performance in this game. Did you have a sense in this game early on, Owen, that Cam was going to be close to or was on the way to a triple-double? Do you sort of keep an eye on that if he's all over the place, or do you just not really think about it? Yeah,
no, I don't ever. I think it's like for me, it's like a superstition. Like if I ever check a stat sheet, I'm gonna do something wrong. So I never personally do, but it's not surprising with Cam's game. He just kind of does a little bit of everything, and then all of a sudden you just kind of looked up and it was like, whoa, that was his 10th assist. Nice.
And he got some assists quite you see it, and I think for a triple-double, you have to get a bit lucky because for assists especially, people have to make the shot and whatever. Right. But early on, he made quite a few, quite just like good pass, layup or whatever, and it racked up quite quickly, didn't it? And so by the end, it was something that he needed, but it was fine.
So is there a conversation in a timeout where it's like we're drawing this play up for Cam to get his 10th assist in that situation when you're 30 points up and he's 1 assist away from triple double? Is he drawing that up or is that not a thing?
No, he didn't, but. I don't know. Maybe he had it in the back of his head. I don't know.
He must have, because the 2 last passes he made, one was like both exactly the same pass, but one was like to the wing for Zach to hit the 3, and then the 2 guys came across and he chucked it inside Del Pesce. Threw it home.
Do that one more time.
Threw it home.
Got to talk about a couple of big plays from this game, by the way. JB with a nasty crossover and a lefty dunk. Yeah. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, no. I have a joke with JB that he was like created in a lab somewhere. Like he's like a freak athletically. So actually today in the weight room, my athletic feat is that I have like a good forearm grip. Okay. And I had the highest on the team, and I was like chatting to JB about it. He goes over there and beats me by like 3 kilos or whatever. So it was a sad day for me, honestly.
But he is lefty, right?
Yeah.
And he did it on his right hand?
No, he's righty, and he dunks, when you jump that high, you can kind of do whatever.
You can finish like both hands. It's crazy. Have you been following his vlog this season on the Flyers YouTube channel?
Yeah.
It's a good, isn't it? Like, he just sends me all the footage. He like vlogged pre-season, sends me all the footage. I'm basically like his editor, and I'll like piece it together into like a vlog episode and put it on the Flyers YouTube channel. We've got plenty more of those coming this season because he vlogged that in Austria, didn't he?
Yeah, no, you'll just like be walking around and randomly like he'll turn to your left and there's like a camera in your face. So it's probably good content. He does good at it. So.
He does. He's really good. It's awesome. We love it so much. And look out for more of those actually coming later this season because that first episode's done really, really well. So we're going to keep doing it all season long on Flyers TV. Let's keep talking about this game then. 17-0 run in the third quarter I've got in my list. A 21-1 run in total to start the third. 17 zip straight off the bat. That if the game wasn't put away by half time, it was put away after that run, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And some of the guys on the bench, or it was actually me and Dom, we kind of looked up there, and I was like, they haven't scored, have they? And it was like 6 minutes in, so... Yeah, no, it was a defensive performance, and that's what wins games.
We were driving back from somewhere, and Hells and I were watching, and I was like, it's at this moment now, if they make like a 3 and a 2 and they get 5 points, it's a very close game, but if we then go on a little run, it's basically done, and we went 17-0. I was like, okay, this is cool. Let's be done.
Because I was actually off that game. I was down here actually watching football, and Jack was up at the game. We ended up going to the pub after to watch the basketball had on the phones, and I was just like looking at the game. I kept eyeing on it, kept glancing at it here and there, and then little graphic comes up like third quarter points, and it was like 17-0, and I was like,
you mean you weren't watching the game fully, every single second of every single minute of the game?
I watched it back afterwards, of course, but I was having a game off.
Did you have a cider?
I did have a cider. Actually, I had a pint of Guinness, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very nice.
We had a fun night actually that night, didn't we?
We did have a fun night that night actually, celebrating the big old Flyers derb. Big old statement win. Let's run through the scorers in this one, shall we? Cam Holden, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 6 steals. Oh my gosh. Will Yoakum, leading scorer, 19 points, 4 steals, 8 for 10 from the field. We were talking about off air about this a little bit, but I kind of feel like Will Yoakum is one of the most efficient players I've seen in terms of you look at the field goal percentage every game, it's up there like near the 50%, and he's taking good shots, and like some of his open threes are basically like layups out there, aren't they?
Right. Yeah. No, he's a really good, efficient player. I think it speaks to our offense too. Like we're finding people in the right spots, and Will is obviously, contributing that too. So. I think, as long as he keeps that up, I'm okay with that right there.
He gets like sneaky points that you're like, wait, Will's on 19 points? That's like the quietest 19 points I've ever seen.
No, he's got a knack for he's like one of the best finishers. But he's also like JB, like he can jump out of the gym. So when you do it, when you're up there, never really felt this, but when you're up there, you just kind of choose what you can do. Like he did that one dunk in the Reading game, and we were joking about like he just decided to do that midair.
Yeah.
Like, most guys are like, I'm gonna do this, me, and he's in the air. He's like, I guess I'm gonna just reverse real quick. So.
Just real quick.
Yeah, that's a joke.
That's a yoke.
Hey, cracking joke that. Another one, by the way, was you like that one? All we're here all season, folks.
That was excellent.
All All right, let's crack on.
You can't use the same one twice.
Yeah.
Cracking and crack are two different jokes, but okay.
No, same thing.
You'll do it a dozen more times.
Hey, Baker's dozen. Is that what same thing? Yeah.
Oh,
Don't know.
God.
Oh, that's good.
That was eggy.
Eggy buff. Should we get back to the leading scorers? I'll tell you one player that did surprise me in this game, which quietly went about his business. Zach Anderson, 14 points, 10 rebounds for his first Flyers career double-double. First double-double in the pros.
Yeah, I like that.
Very quietly about his business. Marcus Delpesh, 12 points off the bench, 7 rebounds. Darnell Brody, 11 points. JB, 10 off the bench with that filthy poster. Every player on the score sheet. Have to say also, this is while Joe Anderson had just 4 points off the bench, but 7 assists.
Yeah. Yeah, and that speaks to the team. You know, just everyone being ready to play. You obviously mentioned three or four guys coming off the bench and really producing. You know, everyone produced that game, and that's why we won by that much.
That improves Flyers to 3-1 going into this weekend's game against Caledonia Gladiators on Friday. It's on DAZN. You can watch it at 7:30 p.m. Let's talk about last Wednesday's game against Donna Groningen in the European North Basketball League.
Before you crack on there, Joel.
Yeah.
I went at half-time and spoke to the whoever she is, their physio, their team manager, whatever.
Donna Groningen.
And I was like, I am struggling to know what to call these guys because, like, you know how we'd want to be Flyers, and sometimes you hear people calling us Bristol, and you're like, we'd rather be Flyers.
Yeah, they say Donna, right?
They say Donar.
Donar?
Yeah, it's not Donna. It's not like a kebab. It's like a donar.
Oh, cheers, telling that before the game.
I didn't know before the game. I was half
Oh,
time.
yeah, it was half time. Okay, cool. Well, Donar come to the SGS Wise campus. You have to excuse us over here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But so Donar come to SGS in the European North Basketball League. Wednesday night hoops. First European home game of the season. Great. First of all, got to say, great atmosphere for Wednesday night game. 8 p.m. tip-off. Numbers were big in there, weren't they?
Oh, it's busy. And it was an 8 p.m. tee-off means that everyone wants to go home and go to bed or whatever.
Tee-off. Someone's playing too much golf. 8 p.m. tea time, is it? Okay, it's Donar.
You wouldn't get very far around if it was an 8 p.m. tea time, would you?
Nah, we're done, mate. It's too dark.
Anyway, like I thought it was going to be horrible and late, and it was quite late, but it was still really busy in there, really fun, really enjoyable game. I thought, if I'm honest with you, I thought we looked a little bit nervous to begin with. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, no. First EMBL home game. They're obviously a good team. We know that it was a big opportunity for us. So, you know, it was a slow start, but that happens. You know, as we bounced back in the second. I think we started it well. So, you know, it's just one of those ones. It came down the last. You know, he misses that shot. No one's talking about how bad. It's one of those things. So, you know, that's off to them.
Donar raced out to an early 10-4 lead. Flyers playing catch-up pretty much most of the way. We didn't actually take the lead in this game until the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, where Zach Anderson hit that crazy three. They then took a lead of their own, and then Joe Anderson comes and retakes the lead with 13 seconds left. And then it's heartbreak, gut-wrenching on the final possession with like 2 seconds to go. But a great game and we were speaking actually, producer Dan, I think someone from your team was there for their first Flyers game in that game, right?
Yep, Connor, who was looking after the sound on the broadcast, revealed to us that this was his first ever basketball game.
Wow.
So what a game to make your debut on.
That's really weird because I watched it back and there was no sound on there. So did Connor really mess up?
It's too invested in the game.
We'll leave it at that.
That's not true. It was sound on there.
Sound
It was
there.
great.
Connor did a great job.
I can confirm he did a great job. But what a game to go to. I know it didn't go Flyers' way, but actually when you get moments like that, it hooks you, doesn't it? I mean, like, you know that, Dan. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
You've watched plenty of those games over the years where you have those gut-wrenching moments where the victory is snatched away from you, and you've had moments where we won the game on the buzzer as well, so it just sort of adds to the excitement of Flyers basketball. Let's talk about some key plays in this game. JB had another baseline drive and another lefty dunk on this one, down the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, I have no words.
I'm not surprised at this point. He just, you know, he's an athlete. Crazy play.
There's a really good clip of that on socials, actually, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. We put the slow-mo. Yeah, really, really good. Had a lot of videographers in that game as well, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice.
It did. I think one of the key stretches in that game, actually, was the run. The comeback was, I think it was sparked by Marcus when he got down one, and then literally the play after, he gets that breakaway dunk, and it makes it a 1-possession game. And after trailing sort of by 7 or 8 throughout the majority of the game, that was the moment where we sort of felt like it was game on, right?
Right, yeah. And, Marcus, obviously the oldest guy on the team, most experience, and he's been in several different roles, and he comes off there and just really ignites us. Also, Milos and JB, they come in, they gave us a spark. All of a sudden, we're in the game again. So, I feel like I'm a broken record right now, but everyone's stepping up. Everyone's ready to go.
I find that wild, by the way, how Marcus is like the oldest guy on the team now, because when he first joined us, sort of 2018, him and his brother together, they were early 20s. They were they were straight out of, well, they've had 1 year playing in Germany in the 4th tier, and then they come join us in Bristol. And then now we've sort of seen both of the twins grow, develop into sort of veteran players in our league now. And now he's had a much different role coming off the bench for us. And he used to be a starter for us in his early career days, but now coming off the bench for us. And again, I think it says something a lot about a player when they aren't expecting anything when it comes to their role. They're happy to take whatever role that coach gives them. And he's really made an impact for us coming off the bench.
For sure. He's ready to go every time, and I feel like he impacts the game in so many different ways for us. So he's a huge piece. Huge piece.
Yeah. So that was the moment we felt like it could have been game on. And then, we spoke about the lead changes at the end and the heartbreak at the buzzer. Austin Luke with that 3. And then we get that one final possession where we draw up a timeout, and it's that spot again on the courts. That spot we hate inbounding the ball from, where we just couldn't quite get it in. Fumbled on the play, and time expired. Final score in this one was 69-70 in favour of Donar. Will Yoakum 17 points, 5 rebounds. JB 11 points off the bench. Zach Anderson, Cam Holden both with 9. Milos with 8 points and 5 rebounds. Darnell and Marcus both with 6. Again, evenly spread scoring. It was a very low scoring game in general. It was a real, until that 4th quarter, really. It was neither team was really able to pull away by more than double digits. I think Donar's lead was 11, and that was early in the 1st quarter. The rest of the way, it was pretty much a single-digit game throughout, right? That means we dropped to 1-1 in the European North Basketball League. Next week in the EMBL, we're off to Croatia. We are playing against KK Alkasinj. Are you excited for that one? You been to Croatia before?
No, I haven't been to Croatia yet. It was on my bucket list.
Is it actually?
No, but it seems like a nice country.
Mate, honestly, it's really nice.
I heard the coast is unreal.
Yeah, I mean,
Baltic Sea.
I guess you don't really get much chance to explore it while you're out there. But,
no, a little bit. Yeah. It depends on like the scheduling and when we get in, when we practice. Also depends on where our hotel is too. If our hotel in Estonia, we were like on a beach somewhere. So, it was like 20, 30 minutes from town.
Oh, wow.
No exploring.
Whereas we were all staying in town.
Right.
And had fun.
That's all right. We were locked in.
We're trying to get a...
we were locked in to the lock-in at the pub.
Yeah,
the cider.
The cider.
The cider.
Fresh water cider.
We're trying to do a staff trip and sponsors to Romania in December, aren't we? If we can all make it work,
Bucharest.
we will all be there.
Is that how you actually say it?
No, it's Bucharest.
Oh, okay.
We will all be there for the voluntary game in December. Watch this space. Maybe the pod can go. Maybe.
If the pod goes, I'll be there.
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe we have an off-air meeting about it and talk it through. But it'd be good to do a podcast there.
Dan, you're coming with us, if so, please.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think we should make it happen, to be honest with you. So let's talk off-air.
Will you be there?
Yeah, I should be there.
Cool. Should be there.
Should be there.
I should be there.
Yeah, I should be there.
As long as Sam doesn't do the directions, because Croatia is not on the Baltic Sea.
Oh, is it not?
I have to pull
I'll
my
take it
phone
back.
Hey, wait. Mediterranean.
No,
It's not. I know what it is, actually. I do know what it is.
Go on.
It is on the... what is it called, Dan?
the Adriatic Sea.
Adriatic.
Dalmatian coast.
Wait, did he just phone? You just phoned a friend right there. You're like, oh, I do know what it is.
Oh,
Dan, what is it?
Can I just make a big point? A really big point. Dan's not my friend.
Oh, wow.
He's the
I did not
producer
think
of the
he was
show.
going that way.
Well, you're my friend, Dan.
Thanks.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That game, by the way, on the Dalmatian coast, you can watch it on Flyers TV on Tuesday night. It's a 6 p.m. tip-off here in the UK, 7 p.m. out there. I'll be joined by former Flyers captain Gareth Till to talk you through the action as always. Come cheer us on. I'm not sure what the feed will be like, the quality of the feed. However, we're hoping it'll be a good stream. And watch your EMBL fix of Flyers basketball Tuesday night, 6 p.m. tip-off. Other news I have to get to. There's just over 2 weeks left for you to enter the Bristol Flyers Community's Shirt Off the Back raffles this October for your chance to win one of 2 signed game-worn jerseys from Cam Holden and this guy over here, Owen McCormack. Tickets are just £2.50 each or £10 for 5 tickets, with all funds raised going to the Bristol Flyers community, delivering a range of basketball-specific programmes that are proven to transform the lives of young people across the region. Entries close 9 p.m. on Friday, 31st of October, so head to the Bristol Flyers website right now. You can go on there, you can buy your tickets, and you get a chance to win one of these signed game-worn jerseys, probably be washed after, worn by, these guys.
Does Owen smell? That's the question.
Probably something pretty good right now.
Fresh as a daisy.
Yeah!
After a game, though.
Yeah, maybe not. So head to the website right now and have your chance to win a game-worn jersey in our Shirt Off the Back raffle. Speaking of Flyers community, Bristol Flyers community have launched a new elite player masterclass camp this October half term. You'll love this, Sam. If you know a young player ready to take their basketball to the next level, you can join the elite basketball camp at SGS College for an exclusive day's coaching with former captains Raf Thomas Edwards and Leslie Smith.
No way, I would love that.
You would love that.
I'm
exactly.
not in the right age bracket though, am I?
No. It's open to boys and girls, both under 16s, and will take place on Friday, October 31st at the SGS College Arena from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's available to book right now for just £40. So find out more at the Bristol Flyers website. Secure your place today, and your chance to be coached by some absolute legends of Bristol Flyers.
Absolute legends.
Also taking place this October half-term, by the way, we have community basketball half-term camps. They're at Cottam School for boys and girls of all abilities, and these are for boys and girls of school years 3 to 11. The camp runs from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day of half-term, which is from Monday the 27th to Friday the 31st of October. They're delivered by our talented team of community coaches at Flyers Community. The camp days help your child develop their basketball skills in a fun and safe environment. So these are for kids who are maybe new to basketball, who want to get into it as well. £35 for the day, £165 for the whole week. You can head to the Bristol Flyers website to book your space now. And that is it for this week's news.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers podcast.
Right, O-Dog, it is time for us to wrap up this week's episode of the O-Dog.
Sponsored by Sue.
And Updog. Do you know what Updog is? No.
Dan, you smell like up, dog.
I'll bite. What's up, dog?
Hey, what's up,
Brilliant.
Sucker.
Sucker.
Anything for the Instagram.
We are friends again, okay, because of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
We asked the fans on social media to send their questions into our guest. And we've got time to go through some of the questions. A lot of the questions, though, Owen, I've had to sort of merge into one question because these were about your moustache. Tell us about the growth, because last year we had you on the podcast and you were very young in your moustache growing journey. What I would love to do right now is almost get like a split screen of your moustache from last year's podcast and this year's podcast to see if any change has been made at all. I don't think there has been.
He's not listening to you, Joel. He's just basking in the glory of that caterpillar top lip.
Let me say, Dan, give me single, yeah. So you guys aren't having to zoom in as much. That's what I say. You know, last year, I don't know if you guys remember, had to zoom in all the way.
Yeah.
Right now, this is normal. Dan, what do you think?
I think you're right. I can only really go, that's as far as I'd go. We can see that.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
We can see it.
You count how many hairs are there?
We did have a question.
6.
A million.
We did have a question come through from Joe Honor on Facebook. He wants to know, if the Flyers hit a 5-game win streak, will you shave your mustache?
If that's what the fans want, but if we're winning games with the mustache, why don't we take the mustache away?
Not taking it off.
It's not taking the mustache off.
You got Movember coming up soon as well. Do you get involved with Movember? Maybe raise some money for charity?
No. I can't really grow a beard at all. It's very, very patchy. I mean, even looking at this, I mean, that's...
And November's just the mo, though.
not good.
Yeah, just
November's
the mo.
just the mo.
Yeah.
What's that?
The mustache.
Oh, yeah, Movember.
No, I don't know.
I'll tell you
I
all
just
about
know No
Movember.
Shave November.
No,
I thought that's the
we do
same thing.
Movember, no.
Oh, Movember?
Movember is
I
like
think
you
I could do that.
You grow a mustache for Movember.
Like grow over my entire... Yeah, I could do it. I could do it.
Watch this space, folks. Watch this space.
Call him the walrus.
Sam, you got a question?
Yeah, I've got a question. Another one from Instagram. If Bristol Flyers had their own reality show, who would be the comedian of the group and who would be the team's voice of reason?
Voice of reason.
Tough one.
That's the one that kind of... Character of the group? Ooh. Cam. Myself. Joe's sneaky. Zach. Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I was about to say, put us all in a house, and that's probably some pretty good content right there.
But you give me some content ideas here.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
put cameras up in the players' houses and do a reality show. What do you reckon?
I mean, there's going to be a lot of cuts in that. But yeah, you got
Well, it's funny you say that because at the moment we've got celebrity traitors on telly, right? Which is doing the rounds.
Oh, yeah.
Who would make a good traitor in the squad? I think we'd asked
I don't know, I
Les
think
this
that's a
last
trap,
year.
We did ask Leslie.
I don't know.
We got new players. Any traitors among you? Would be a good.
I'm not familiar with the show. That's when they have to lie to everyone, right? And
Yeah.
A few of them
pretty
lie,
much.
saying, we're all friends together, but they're actually killing them in secret.
Yeah.
Not real killing.
It's a good show. You should watch it, actually.
Very
Okay,
good.
yeah, I'll get it on that. I've also heard In-Betweeners is
Have you ever watched it?
no.
Oh my
one.
goodness!
The one.
Have you ever seen? There's a YouTuber online. It's like this American couple, and they react to watching the In-Betweeners, and watching their reaction is probably funnier than watching the actual show in general.
The show is unreal.
Because they're like, what does this mean? Or what does this mean? And it's quite funny.
A lot of rude Britishisms.
Yeah, Britishisms. Like, you probably
Britishisms.
will be like, that's hilarious because you
No,
now
yeah.
know what they mean by living here for a year.
Yeah, Pasquale
Oh,
tried to get me
can
on.
we talk about something as well, actually? Your first game at home, you got called for calling a timeout. So basically, you're not allowed to call, and this has just come to my mind, by the way, after saying this, but we had a game, I think it was Leicester or maybe someone, you were trying to call a timeout middle of a game.
Yeah, there's a lot of different rules between college, and sometimes it's just automatic. I've dove on the floor a bunch of times and got the ball, so
Yeah.
it's just kind of auto if you don't see
Instinct.
anyone. Yeah,
the
and then
ref-
I realized the referee looked at me. He's like,
He's like, no.
But the thing is, I can understand that in your rookie season, right?
yeah, right.
We're in year number 2.
Well, honestly, it's so ingrained that maybe if I play, if I'm blessed to play, it may be happening years from now.
Time out! No.
Ball under the arm.
Yeah,
Did you see what I did after though? A great pass.
Yeah.
Got out of there.
Okay, yeah, fine.
good.
Yeah. No
yeah.
one's talking about that, is it?
Well,
So
okay.
it's always
It's always
Never
the
mind,
silliness,
guys.
isn't
Whatever.
Time for our next question. I got a message here from your fiance, Abigail Sparkman, on Instagram.
I'm nervous.
It's a nice question.
Snog, marry, avoid.
No, it's a nice question. How is the roommate dynamic with Joe? Who cooks and who cleans?
See, this is a trap. She's trying to get Joe, but I will answer this for the fans, of course. So, me and Joe have a deal. Joe's getting into the cooking scene. He's getting a lot better. So, I cook the meals, and then he cleans the dishes.
What dishes?
He means he washes the sofa cushion.
He's not cleaning any dishes. He's using the sofa.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna out him like that, but yeah.
Yeah, you got pretty good at making pizza and chicken wings. Chicken.
Yeah, I know just
tendies
how
as
he
well.
likes it.
Love it. Sam, you got next question?
This one, you may or may not have heard of this person. His name is Pasquale Landolfi.
Oh wow.
Pasquale Landolfi.
Squally Landolfi from 3.
This one may need explaining. Okay, why are you the best medic in the world?
Oh. Okay. So Battlefield 6 just came out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Phenomenal game, by the way. And I'm just putting my life on the line every day we go in there. I clock out of practice. Practice was good, and then I clock in as a combat medic.
Yeah. Big shift.
Medic!
Time out. your conquer timeouts, mate.
Dan, I need some help here.
I can't
I'm
help you,
getting
my
double
friend.
teamed right now. I want to call it timeout.
You'll have to get Coach to call that one.
We've got one final question before we wrap up this week's episode of the Bristol Flyers podcast. And this question is from Amy Filton on Instagram. And this is a nice question to finish the podcast. What is your favourite thing about living in Bristol?
I would say the people.
The people.
Yeah.
The people.
Yeah. But one thing I will say, outside of Flyers, this is the Flyers people and the people we interact with at SGS. Like 100%, that's my favorite thing about Bristol. But I will say, I don't know if it's like an English or American or Southern thing, but like when I pass people walking places, no one looks at me. Like in the South, it's very like, hello, like, how are you? Good, how are you? Like British, it's like, head down, I'm avoiding eye contact or making a smug face at you.
Because you're scary looking.
I feel like I'm very, like, you know, like the big friendly giant or like Clifford the big red dog? Very inviting.
Big red over here.
I'm not that mean.
I think you're more like a Viking.
You look like a Viking.
Yes. And people are scared of me, and that's how I like it.
No, you look like a pirate.
Pirate?
Arg.
All right. Do you know why they're called pirates?
Arg.
What is that?
Because they are.
Cut.
Cut that one out. Oh, anyway.
Don't cut that out. You have to keep
Shall
that
I keep
in.
it in? I'll
And
keep
everyone gets to see how rubbish it was.
I might keep it in for the sake of the listener. Anyway, it's time for us to wrap up this week's episode of the Bristol Flyers podcast. Owen, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, as always. The new club captain, Captain Cormack over here. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. Good luck in your game on Friday. And we'll see you back on the court on Friday, but don't tell Caledonia.
Caledonia, don't let Owen McCormack shoot the ball.
Don't let Cormack shoot the ball. Cormack for 3.
Don't let him shoot.
On that note, you can watch them in Caledonia on Friday night, 7:30 p.m. tip-off. Sam, anything else you want to add before we wrap up this week's episode of the show?
That's everything.
No, I think we'll end it on that note. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All those podcasty things that podcast hosts tell you to do. But from Joel, Sam, and producer Dan, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.